look to begin with, in the custom session, you would have never had confirmation that this was going down right here. And you would have never had gotten into this trade that rolled back right here. Okay, now the Elephant Hunter system is a lot different than the opening bell system. This system is designed for trend traders, guys who want to trade the trend multiple times a day whenever you get confirmation of the early onset of a trend. So if you guys remember, the Elephant Hunter system uses 2 charts to identify the early onset of a trend. It uses a 1-minute chart, which I'm going to go ahead and bring down here for a sec. And then it uses a 2-minute chart for confirmation purposes. The way the Elephant Hunter works, guys, is that it looks for the early onset of a trend. And what we're looking for here on the 1-minute time frame is we're looking for momentum to sink here to the bottom. And anytime it sinks here to the bottom, we flip over to our 2-minute chart for confirmation. So it's a 2-part system where you look at one chart to confirm with the other, okay? And if you have confirmation, you have an ABC process on the 2-minute chart, then you execute your trades with confidence. And that's exactly what we're going to do right here on this 1-minute chart. So right there, guys, we've got the first signal of what might be the early onset of a trend right here, okay? So if that's the case, we want to flip over to our 2-minute time frame to see whether or not this is really the early onset of a trend, okay? And if we're looking at this 2-minute time frame right here, guys, right at 9:37 in the morning, okay, is this the early onset of a trend, okay? We've got this bad boy going down, this bad boy going down. We've got momentum here. Cycle is still all the way up right here. You guys tell me if you remember how this system works. Is this the early onset of a trend, or what is it? We'll just let it run. See if this would have been a trade that you would have taken. And if you would have taken the trade, it would have been right there. Okay, right there and right there. Okay, A, B, C, right there. Okay, so the rotation here looks like it ended right here. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys something else. I'm going to keep this box because I'm going to come back and reference it in just a moment. Let's go back to the 1-minute chart because that's where we want to go. Okay, so here we have another one right there, guys. Okay. Is this the early onset of a trend to the upside? If we're looking for upside, we go right here, and we can tell that this is not upside. Your cycle and momentum are way below 0. This is not even at 0.20, and this is not even at the inflection point. So there's no trade to the upside on your 2-minute time frame. So we'll just kind of continue going with it, okay? So this was a false flag right here. This was a small move to the downside, but not really significant. Yeah, there was consolidation, and then the trend started today. Absolutely, I agree. And this is the consolidation that you're probably talking about right here. All of this right here. Okay, it's nothing but consolidation right there. So as you wait in the bush, guys, you don't get nervous, you wait. That's exactly what the system's designed to do. You're hunting the elephant, and you're looking for the shift in momentum either to the downside or to the upside. Alrighty, guys, it looks like we just got a move here to the downside, and this is exactly what I'm looking for right there. I want a shift in momentum to the downside right there. So you guys saw what I'm looking at, right? A shift in momentum right there, which is the yellow line to the downside. Now we're going to do our confirmation process over on the 2-minute time frame chart right here, okay? And here's how that looks right now. You've got momentum, which is perfect right there. You've got a shift to the downside with the wave indicator as well. Momentum is definitely going down right there. This looks like it's cycle number 2. Okay, your cycle to the downside is not just there at the 0 line. This looks good. This looks good. Okay, guys, here's where I want your feedback on this. Okay, if you're looking at this, would you take the trade to the downside now, or would you wait? And if you were to wait, what would you wait for? So remember, we've got confirmation here. We got confirmation on the 1, right, to begin with. So we saw the 1. The 1 gave us the early onset of a trend. We've got confirmation here. You've got here. Jagdish says, cycle to cross 0. Okay. Someone is saying, wait for a retest. Kessler is saying, wait for cycle to cross. Okay. Cycle has not yet hit the point of maximum energy. It's still kind of waffling right there. So let's see what happens, okay? Wait for cycle to hit 0. Yes, I agree. I think we should wait for at least cycle to hit 0, right? So let's go ahead and see where that goes. We're waiting for the cycle line to hit the zero line to hit the maximum point of energy. Well, it's pretty close right there, guys, okay? You're at about 30% away, okay? Momentum is still pulling strong, and you just had Purmo go into the strongest area of where it could go down here, right there, okay? So not only did you get the shift, but it's all the way down here. Okay, if you're sitting at your desk, what would you do now? Okay, this current bar right there didn't get cycled to zero, but it does look like it's going down. And you're already at the strongest phase of the move where, you know, this thing, if it goes down, it's just going to take off. Okay, what would you do if you were by yourself and you were trying to execute on this system? Would you pause, wait, or would you take the trade now? Okay, Castro says wait. Okay, Pathway says wait. K-Claw says wait. If you're already rolling close to the strongest portion of where the trade is about to take off right here, guys, okay, and momentum is still below the zero line, and chances are within the next bar, you're probably going to get cycled to come down, you could probably roll the dice on this one, I'd say, okay? You can likely roll the dice on this. I probably wouldn't be scared to roll the dice. If I look at where momentum is on the 1 minute time frame, which I normally never do, it's still down. So it is still pulling price down right there, which is not bad. Okay. So if you're here and you're about to enter, you know, the strongest phase of the move to the downside, you can probably roll the dice right here and take this, provided that on the next bar, this goes down. Okay. So if you roll it here, and the next bar, it does go down, then awesome, great. But you at least you got into the trade before the actual move began to take off on you. So let's go ahead and see how that works out, okay?
Order filled.
Okay, guys, I got a little tilt right here. Nice, clean tilt to the outside. So I think I'm going to go ahead and
order filled.
Clip that and be done with this move right there, okay? That's it. You know, that's where I want to take that move off and be done with it right there.
Wow, did you see that? That's what you call precision.
Yep, and that is the Elephant Hunter system right there, guys. You know, what's interesting is if you look at this section right here, okay, if you look at this whole section that went down, okay, I'm not going to put that. Let me just get rid of it. Okay, notice that everything kind of stays below the line right there, and right around, I think it was the 945, the 944 candle right there, you had this like little reversal right there. You know, I'm running this off of the extended hour session because we had a little problem with NinjaTrader's aggregation of Henkinashi bars on the custom session time frame. If I switch it though, man, to the custom session time frame, check this out, okay? We're going to look at those two sections together right there. So here we go, right there. The 944, this is the box that I had drawn right there. You see this? You see that right there? That is the box I had drawn at 944 when I was using the extended hour session. Now, remember when we did our whole confirmation process, which is right here where the arrows were, okay, to have decided to take that trade to the downside? You know, I did this intentionally because I wanted to really showcase exactly what I mean of how the impact of custom session times affect the view and the quality of your trades on the chart, okay? Now, follow me with this. If you were using the extended hour trading session, okay, your confirmation to enter would have been right here, okay? And right here, you have a nice, clean swift to the downside, but you don't have anything here with Purmo. Look at this. Purmo is still all the way up here at 0.90, whereas with the extended hour session, you were already here at -20. And you were also here at the break point of the wave line. And so when price actually retraced a little bit at the 944 bar, which was right here, this would have been the 944 bar, which is this bar over here, okay? This is where you got that crossing with Purmo in the extended hour session. Look, to begin with, in the custom session, you would have never had confirmation that this was going down right here. And you would have never had gotten into this trade that rolled back right here. You see the difference that makes in how you view things? So your trade to the downside right here on this leg of the trade would have happened right here, right when you got the shift over here you got the shift right there, and you got the shift with this, right there. So it would have been almost the same entry, okay, right there, because the shift would have happened right there. Boom, to the downside, downside, downside. Your trade, however, would not have been over right here because this is where it shifted up. Okay, so if I go ahead and run that, I'll show you where the exit would have been. And this is now on the custom session time. And this is why I give a lot of emphasis to using the right custom session time, because then the calculations of the indicator are correct with the opening of the market. You're not taking into account the overnight noise in a lot of the low vol environment that gets baked into the calculation of the algorithm. And that's the reason why this trade here was incorrect. Okay, because I was using the overnight session, the extended hour session, versus the custom session here. And I hope you guys can see the difference there. See, I would have been out of the trade right here with the extended hour session. I still would have been in the trade right here, because remember, if it doesn't sync, you're going to be out of the trade when it touches the threshold again, right? You see the difference? So Casper's saying, my trouble is choosing between the Elephant Hunter system and the Whale Hunter system on certain days. They're both good systems. They're both excellent systems. And the way you approach it, the way you want to approach this professionally as a trader is you use one system and you master that system only. You don't switch from one system or another depending on the day or your mood. You focus on one system and you get really good at mastering that systems. There's days when that system may not provide the signals for you to trade, and that's okay. Those are the days you stand down and you don't trade the system. But as a system trader, which is what you are, you're looking for the right set of conditions that the system is going to provide for you to enter and execute those trades. They'll happen on most days, but there are some days where you may not see those set of conditions happening, whereas another system might actually capture those set of conditions a lot better. So if you look at the Whale Hunter versus the Elephant Hunter today, the Elephant Hunter caught this, the whole downside move, which was like, I think 200 points to the downside or so, from like 307 all the way to 132 with really, really good precision. If you look at Moby did capture this trade as well in the 1 minute with confirmation on the 4 and the 1, but you didn't have the clarity that you needed to execute the trade on the 15-minute time frame. So your bias wasn't as clear on the 15-minute time frame. So each system is going to have its own unique design and process you want to follow, but you want to be good at mastering that one system only, because that's really when everything turns around for you. When you start jumping from one system to another, it creates a lot of confusion and hesitation because you're trying to compare to see which system is better. They're all good, my friend. They're all very, very good systems. But the system that's going to make you the money is the one you master at the end of the day. Alrighty, guys, look. Here's the reality. The market rotates. Tools evolve. Volatility changes. But discipline never goes out of style. And the traders who win long-term are not the ones chasing new indicators every week. They're the ones who pick a process, study it, practice it, repeat it until it becomes second nature. I got to tell you, look, guys, if you're tired of guessing, if you're tired of emotional trading, if you're tired of inconsistency, you don't need more hype. You need a system, you need structure, and you need to actually commit to it. So whether it's the Elephant Hunter, the Whale Hunter, or the opening bell system, you got to stop dabbling and you got to start building. It's already mid-February, guys. You just got to get to work and start doing it, okay?